Older adults make up a big slice of the U.S. HIV population. In CDC's recent surveillance release, people aged 55 to 64 alone accounted for about 26% of those living with diagnosed HIV. And prior CDC NIH reports have shown that roughly 4 in 10 people living with diagnosed HIV were aged 55 or older in recent years. Bottom line, HIV in older adults is common and growing. Don't ignore it. Yet here's the gut punch that stopped me cold. While we're out here crushing pickleball and planning that dream road trip, folks over 50 account for a staggering 71% of all HIV-related deaths in the US, 4 times the rate of younger crowds. But wait, surprised. What if I told you one of these 5 sneaky signs could be masquerading as that normal afternoon slump or a foggy memory from last week's grocery run? And spotting it today could flip the script on your entire golden decade. Stick with me because by the end, you'll walk away armed with the smarts to spot these red flags early, dodge the drama, and keep owning your encore like the unstoppable rock stars you are. Imagine trading "what if I missed it" for "I've got this locked down." Doesn't that fire you up? Energic? Hit that like button if you're ready to uncover the secret that's flying under the radar for too many of us. And let's dive in before another boomer story turns into a cautionary tale. Now, I believe, and science backs me up, that hitting 50 isn't a slowdown. It's prime time for living bold. But here's what I've found in my chats with docs and digging through the data. It isn't just a young folks thing anymore. Nope. According to the NIH, back in 2021, 41% of people with diagnosed HIV in the US were 55 or older. And that number's climbing as we boomers and beyond keep rewriting the rules on aging. Why? We're dating more, traveling wilder, and yeah, maybe dipping back into the dating pool post-divorce or widowhood without a second thought to protection. In my experience, too many of us wave off symptoms as just turning 60. Fatigue from grandkid duty, weight dips from that new keto kick, but ignoring HIV? That's like skipping the oil change on your classic Chevy. It'll run, but not for long. This isn't scare tactics, it's empowerment. Today, we're unpacking those 5 red flags that scream "get checked" with practical tips tailored to our lives. No jargon, just actionable gold. And trust me, early catch means art. Those antiretroviral meds turns HIV into a manageable blip, not a blockbuster tragedy. According to HIV.gov, folks on treatment today live as long as their HIV-negative pals, hitting 70s, 80s, and beyond with energy to spare. So grab your coffee, or that evening Merlot, and let's roll. You've earned this intel. First up, the sneaky one that hits us where it hurts. That bone-deep fatigue that makes you skip the line dancing class or nod off during Jeopardy. You know the drill, wake up feeling like you ran a marathon in your sleep, and no amount of that fancy green tea fixes it. In older adults, this isn't just aging gracefully. It could be HIV waving a quiet hello. Here's what I found. HIV zaps your immune system, cranking up inflammation that leaves you dragging like a smartphone on 1% battery. According to the National Institute on Aging, lack of energy is a hallmark of later-stage HIV, but it sneaks in early too. Often mistaken for everything from menopause hangovers to that thyroid glitch we've all blamed. And get this stat that floored me. In a 2022 study from the University of Washington HIV program, over 50% of folks 50 plus with undiagnosed HIV reported chronic tiredness as their top complaint, yet only 20% connected it to infection risks. I believe it's because we've earned our rest. After decades of 9-to-5 grinds and kid chauffeuring, so we shrug it off. But in my experience, counseling friends through health scares, pushing past it without a checkup, recipe for regret. So let's get to practical advice time, because I'm not here to lecture, I'm here to equip you. Track it. For 2 weeks, jot down your energy dips in a notes app. Is it a post-lunch slump or all-day fog? If it's relentless, chat with your doc about an HIV test alongside that routine blood work. Pro tip for us over 50 crowd? Pair it with a full metabolic panel. HIV fatigue often tags along with wonky blood sugar, which hits 1 in 3 Americans our age anyway, per the CDC. And here's a witty hack. Treat yourself to a fatigue audit date. Swap one Netflix night for a gentle walk with a podcast on birdwatching. If you still feel like roadkill afterwards, flag it. Early testing? Game changer. According to the CDC's 2025 data, catching HIV before symptoms snowball cuts transmission risk by 96% and keeps your T cells partying strong. You've got marathons left in you. Don't let a virus steal the show. That's sign 1. Feeling that spark of aha yet? Hang tight. Sign 2's about to weigh in. Literally. Number 2 on our hit list, the Vanishing Act, where pounds melt off faster than ice cream on a July sidewalk. No diet required. We're talking 10 pounds or more in a month, without cranking up the Peloton or swearing off carbs. For us post-50 warriors, weight loss might sound like a win. Hello, slimmer jeans for that cruise. But if it's sneaky and steady, HIV could be the uninvited guest burning calories behind the scenes. In my experience, this one's the wolf in grandma's clothing for older adults. HIV ramps up your metabolism in overdrive to fight the virus. Plus, it messes with appetite hormones, leaving you nibbling like a bird. According to a 2021 report from the NIH, unexplained weight loss shows up in up to 30% of untreated HIV cases in seniors, often shrugged off as empty nest syndrome or medication side effects. Shocking stat alert. The AARP highlighted in their 2021 piece on aging with HIV that older women especially lose an average of 15% body weight before diagnosis, compared to just 8% in younger groups. And that's because our slower metabolisms make the drop more noticeable, yet docs chalk it to natural thinning. I believe we deserve better. After years of yo-yo dieting for beach bodies, why let a virus hijack the scale without a fight? Let's make it actionable, because knowledge without a plan is just trivia night fodder. Step 1. Log your intake for a week using the MyFitnessPal app. Aim for balanced plates with proteins like salmon or nuts, staples for our heart-healthy years. If the scale still betrays you, insist on a weigh-in at every checkup and float the HIV convo. Practical twist for empty nesters. Cook memory meals. Recreate your mom's lasagna but portion it out. If appetite's AWOL, blend smoothies with Greek yogurt and berries. Easy on the gut, nutrient-packed. And here's what I found works wonders. Hydrate like it's your job. Dehydration mimics weight loss in 40% of individuals over 50, according to NIH statistics. Bottom line? According to HIV.gov's 2024 aging report, early intervention with nutrition counseling alongside art reverses 70% of these losses within 6 months. Picture this. You, strutting into reunion season, not gaunt but glowing. That's the win we're chasing. On to sign 3, the lumps that linger. All right, sign 3. Those pesky swollen lymph nodes that feel like you've got marbles in your neck, armpits, or groin. And they stick around like that one holiday fruitcake. Not the tender flu-gone-in-a-day kind, but firm, painless bumps that mock your morning mirror check. After 50, we might pin this on arthritis flares or that stiff neck from grandkid wrestling, but HIV loves to park here as your body's alarm system goes haywire. Witty aside, lymph nodes are like the body's gossip hubs. When HIV crashes the party, they swell to spill the tea. In older adults, this sign flies under the radar because our immune responses mellow with age, making swells subtler but longer lasting. According to a 2020 study in BMC Geriatrics, over 2/3 of late-diagnosed HIV patients 50 plus presented with persistent node swelling, yet 60% had it dismissed as benign age-related puffiness. Eye-opener from the CDC. In 2023, among the 7.3% of new diagnoses in 55-plus folks, swollen nodes were the presenting symptom in 25%, higher than any other age group, because younger immune systems fight back louder. Your game plan? Self-exam like it's date night prep. Once a month, shower time check. Roll gently under arms, neck, and down there. Feel anything pea-sized or bigger lasting over 2 weeks? Doc time stat. Tailored tip for us. Link it to your annual physical. Bundle with that prostate or mammogram chat. If nodes are rebels, request an ultrasound, non-invasive and quick. And for peace of mind, here's a pro move. Warm compresses with Epsom salts ease discomfort while you wait. An old-school remedy that soothed more than one worry wart like me. The payoff? Early node checks lead to diagnoses that reduce progression risk by 50%, according to NIH guidelines updated in 2024. You're not just spotting bumps, you're guarding your legacy. Sign 4, the repeat offender. Those back-to-back infections that turn your calendar into a pharmalog. UTIs 1 week, pneumonia the next, yeast issues popping up like whack-a-mole. After 50, with our immune squads a tad battle-worn from life's knocks, frequent bugs feel like Tuesday. But if they're relentless, HIV might be the puppeteer pulling strings, weakening defenses so opportunists crash the gate. I believe this is the sneakiest for mature audiences. We've got enough on our plates with flu shots and shingles vax without suspecting a virus tag team. According to the ACL's 2025 HIV/AIDS overview, 17% of new U.S. diagnoses in 2018 were in 50-plus adults, and they had the longest delay to testing, with recurrent infections cited in 40% of those late cases. Dig deeper. A 2022 Lancet HIV analysis found that for 55-plus folks, infection rates pre-diagnosis were 2.5 times higher than peers without HIV, often misfiled under senior vulnerability. In my experience, it's the straw that broke the camel's back. One too many antibiotics, and you're questioning everything. Build your infection intel. Track episodes in a health journal app, noting triggers like stress from family drama or that cruise ship buffet. Boost baseline. Daily probiotics, yogurt, or supplements cut gut bugs by 30% per NIH Rex. And we over 50s love gut health chats. If 3+ in 6 months, demand HIV screening with your next culture. Witty workaround. Turn it into a ritual post-infection, celebrate resilience with a herbal tea toast to your fighter spirit. And vaccinate proactively. Flu, pneumo, COVID boosters, CDC says they have hospitalization risks for HIV-positive seniors. Here's what I found. Prompt testing on infection spikes catches 65% more cases early, per 2024 HIV.gov data. You're tougher than any bug, let's keep it that way. One more sign to slay. Finally, sign 5. The brain fog that turns "where'd I put my keys" into "who am I again?" Short-term memory slips, concentration crashes, or mood dips that make you snap at the dog over nothing. After 50, we joke about senior moments, blaming it on multitasking, grandparenting, or that wine night. But if it's escalating, HIV-associated neurocognitive disorder, HAND, could be the culprit, fogging your sharp mind like morning mist on the bay. In my experience, this one's the heartbreaker. We've got lifetimes of smarts to share, and no one wants fuzzy recall stealing the spotlight. According to HIV.gov's 2024 Aging Insights, 25 to 50% of HIV-positive folks deal with HAND. But in over 50s, it's often the first flag because aging amps the vulnerability. Stat that sticks. The Well Project's 2024 report notes over half of U.S. HIVers 50-plus report cognitive tweaks pre-diagnosis, with 34% already at AIDS stage when fog lifts via testing. Same late rate as overall. I believe docs overlook it as early dementia, but we've earned our mental edge. Time to defend it. Your toolkit. Brain games daily, Lumosity or crossword puzzles, 15 minutes to sharpen without strain. Track fog. Note episodes tied to sleep or stress. If persistent, push for neuroscreening plus HIV test. Tailored for us. Join a senior book club. Social brain fuel that doubles as joy. If mood's tanking, therapy's gold. 40% of older HIVers battle depression per NIA, but talk therapy clears 60% of clouds. Pro tip: omega-3s from walnuts or fish. NIH backed for cognitive shield in aging brains. The magic? ART clears hand symptoms in 80% of early cases, per 2023 guidelines. Keep that wit sparkling. The world's better for it.
Whew, we covered some ground, didn't we? From fatigue thieves to brain fog busters. These 5 signs aren't destiny, they're detours you can dodge with smarts and a simple test. I believe every over 50 American deserves to thrive stigma-free. So here's your marching orders. Call your doc today for that free, confidential HIV screen. It's quicker than your last oil change and could add decades of dance floors and dream trips. According to the National HIV Hotline, testing has up 20% in seniors since 2023 awareness pushes, and that's us leading the charge. If this hit home, smash that subscribe for more over 50 health hacks. Next up, taming menopause myths or heart smart suppers. Drop a comment. Which sign surprised you most? Share with a friend who needs the nudge. You've got this. Go live legendary. See you soon.